Welcome back to another episode of I'm Too Absent Minded, the show where I will unintentionally veer off topic because I am scatterbrained. So sit back and get ready for a random ride. Oh, I didn't do this in my last episode, so let me introduce myself. My name is Howard, and I am starting this journey with this whole podcast thing to see how it goes. Just something completely random to do. So, but without further ado, another thing. I do have a Instagram set up for I'm Too Absent Minded. So it is at I am two, the number two, absent minded. And that's at I'm Too Absent Minded on Instagram. So if you want to submit questions for me to, go over, please do it there. So now let's get into the podcast. All right. So for all of my people who grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, because, I did, and I'm a little old, I'm a little seasoned. Like, what I miss the most about that era, or that time frame rather, is the early morning cartoons, like, before school, after school, and, the Saturday morning cartoons. Like, those were dope. Like, every part of them. Like, I miss all of them. They was also wholesome. And they always taught you something. Nowadays, like, the cartoons that I see, it's like cartoon soap operas that just go through. I get it, times have changed, kids are different now, or they're at a different, not really, well, I guess you could say a different level. Their brain thinking is differently than ours was at that time. Because when we grew up, all we had was, outside and, outside of school. It wasn't a lot of, it wasn't no social media. We on the internet, we watching YouTube videos. It was none of that. We made our own imaginary YouTube videos outside, playing toys, drinking water from the hose, and just having a good old time. Nowadays, a lot of kids are stuck in the electronic phase, which, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you monitor it the way it's supposed to be monitored, and you don't end up letting the kids get an addiction to the electronics, which is a battle. But those cartoons were so dope. You got your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Voltron, which was one of my all-time favorites. Smurfs, He-Man. Actually, some of the late 90s cartoons was kind of dope too. I already said Smurf, but Care Bears. We out there with the Care Bear, with the Care Bear stare. Care Bear stare! With the little heart thing, and killing enemies or defeating enemies with love and tenderness. It was dope. I really miss those types of cartoons. I find myself now still trying to watch, the old Looney Tunes. And I tried watching the new Looney Tunes, and the new Looney Tunes, that was a bit weird. I don't like the animation style of the new Looney Tunes. They seem more like half-assed anime type deal, and it just looks really, really stupid. So yeah, those are the good times. Waking up in the morning, eating a bowl of cereal, watching Saturday morning cartoons. It was nothing better at that time. That stuff was dope. And all right, so speaking of, kids and things of that nature, y'all ever heard the expression, like, when you have kids, I hope they're just like you? To hell with that, because I got a daughter, right? Well, I got 3 kids, and my middle is so damn hard-headed. It is crazy. Like, I'm like, why is this kid so damn hard headed? So I asked my mom. I was like, Mom, was I hard headed growing up? Like, I knew I was kind of I wasn't bad. I was misunderstood, right? And so, but yeah, I had to ask my mom. I was like, was I hard headed growing up? And she said, yeah, I was extremely hard headed. And I'm like, great. So this is where this kid gets it from. And I want to knock that little girl out sometimes. Granted, I'm not, because laws and things of that nature. But I be wanting to, because I'm like, why I gotta ask you 70 million times to do one thing? Like, what? Just I tell you to do it, you should do it. Yeah, granted, I only got to tell her like twice or something like that, maybe 3 times. But if I do got to say it a third time, that I stand up and she's like, "Oh, he mean business," and she go run and go do whatever she need to do. But I'm like, goodness, what is? I hope she grew out of this. I hope she grew out of the me part of it, and she finds her own way to go about doing things. And what's funny about kids? For one, like, kids say some stuff that is outlandish, and it's because like they hear it, but they don't know how to use it, so they'll just say it in a random way, and you're like, what is you talking about? And yeah, that's just hilarious to me. And yeah, but yeah, so my eldest daughter, she's fine. She ain't hard headed. She's good. She's a good, wholesome kid. Well, not kid, but adult. Then I got my youngest. Also, you might have to tell him like once, maybe twice, and then he'll get up and do something. But I'm telling you, y'all, that middle child, ooh, child, that girl be working my last damn nerve, and I don't even know why. I mean, I know why, but I don't know why at the same time. I know it's a weird conundrum. Like, how do I know, but I don't know? It is so aggravating at times. But she means well. It's just that her means ain't well. You feel me? Yeah, it's just just so different. And on a random side note, I got some cats, right? One of the cats is cool. The other one is touched. I don't know what's wrong with this damn cat. But one of them's cool. The other one is like, Like, it's a munchkin cat. So I got these little wingding looking legs, right? Like little drumettes. And the other cat is like a full size cat, right? It's like a full size cat and then like a little short leg cat. And it's hilarious. So, they go to like play around and stuff like that. The other cat got reach. So my normal cat, he has reach. Then the munchkin cat, they got these little legs. So in order for her to swat at him, she has to be like right on top of this dude. But because the other cat got that reach, he ain't letting her get that close to her. So he just smacks her from a distance. And it is the funniest thing in the world, because she'll lay down and she'll just start swinging and just hit nothing but air. And he'll just sit back and just carefully plot and just give it a little skibbity pap and then dip off. Oh yeah, shout out to Mr. Tony Baker for the skibbity paps. But that is just too funny to me. Like, I enjoy it. The wife doesn't like them to do that, which is understandable, but as long as it don't get too bad, it'll be all right. So yeah. So, on another note, right? We be out here driving, and we drive. We young adults, got your license, or don't got your license, you're driving around, however the case may be. So when you see a speed limit sign and the speed limit says, 35, this is you cruising residential, right? Speed limit is 35. Why are there people that don't go the speed limit? Like, that bothers me so bad. So I think I kind of got road rage, but I'm not all too sure. Because I don't get mad to the point where I want to, fuck them up. But I do get mad. And it's annoying. But yeah, speed limit, 35. Go 35. Hell, go 40. Don't go anything less than that. Like, and if you do go less than 35, then the posted speed limit, get your punk self in that right lane and stay your slow self over there. Don't stay in the left lane where everybody is, doing the speed limit and trying to go, and you just out here Sunday driving on a Tuesday. Why are you Sunday driving on a Tuesday? For one, why are you Sunday driving at all? If you don't know where you're going, that's understandable. For a little bit. Like, it's only understandable if you slow down because you think your turn coming up, or you think you miss your turn. Then okay, I can give you that pass. But if you just driving, you just drive. Like, what's the problem? On ramps is another thing. So, getting on the highway, right? You get on your little on ramp. On the highway, speed limit anywhere between 55 and 75, depending on where you're at, right? That on ramp is for you, to merge into traffic when you get on the highway. So if the speed limit is 65, by the time you get to the end of that on ramp, you need to be at 65, unless there's a lot of traffic around. Then obviously you can't do that. But if it's not in rush hour, which, rush hour is normally between the hours of like 6 and 9 for all the, school people and people going to work. Lunchtime, which is around 11 to 1. And then from like 4 to 6. Those are like your rush hour times. So those times getting on the highway, I can see it, not really being able to get on as quickly as you need to. But even still, you still find some breaks in those times where you can get up there. But yeah, you need to be at the speed limit of the highway by the time you get to the end of the on-ramp. So if it is 65, you need to be at 65 plus. 65 plus before you merge. If it's 65, why you merging on the highway at 50? 55. No, that's how you cause accidents. And I don't know about y'all, but I ain't trying to get in no accident. Like that's just not something that, nobody should be looking forward to an accident, and nobody should want to get into an accident, because it doesn't seem like it's fun. I've never been into an accident like that before. Like, most I've done, I was like, when I was a kid, long time ago, long time ago, I hit a parked car because I was trying to park. And ironically, I used to hit buildings when I'm trying to park. Like, I didn't know how big my car was in space, while I'm driving trying to park. So I always would hit the building with the front end of my car. So when I was a senior in high school, my dad bought me a 1987 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Oh, that thing was clean. I tell you what, that thing was clean. It was the paint was like a off-white color on the inside. It was like the same eggshell white and burgundy leather interior. So dope. 2-door, obviously, because it's a coupe. So dope. I love every minute of that car. But it was a little on the lengthy side. Had that big hood in the front because it had that V8 in there. But yeah, so I didn't know the size of the car driving out because I was like, what, 18, 17, 18 years old? Trying to drive, not trying to drive, but driving this car, you know. So I think I'd be like, oh, I got a little more time. I got a little more space. Boom, hit the building. I'm like, crap, let me back up a little bit. But yeah, so that's what I used to do. But that was a long time ago. In more recent news, I did get sideswiped by this annoyed the crap out of me. So I'm in the right lane, minding my business, doing the speed limit, right? Speed limit 45. I'm doing actually the light just turned green, so I was getting up to speed. And this car, it was this blue Nissan, like Versa, I think it was. And it was speeding up, and it didn't pay me no mind. I was just doing my thing, listening to my music, jamming out in the car. And this fool just gonna merge in and just hit the right or the left quarter panel or the wheel well of my fucking car. And I'm like, what in the hell? So we pull over. I look. It was nothing major. It's just a little paint transfer. The other guy, he spoke a different language. He didn't speak English, which made it a little difficult to handle the situation. So I'm using translator apps. He's using Google and he typing in and it's translating, but his translator and my translator wasn't translating right. So words would be getting mixed and we just looking like, what in the hell are you talking about? But we ended up getting it figured out, and I submitted the claim because I'm going to submit this claim because I don't know what the other person going to do. If he going to say, oh, he messed all of this up, nah, player. I'm going to submit my claim and I'm going to do it. What was I just, apart from the accident, what was I talking about? Just speed limit? I think I was just talking about the speed limit. But either way, anyway. But yeah, those are the type of accidents I got into. Never really been into a big crash. But yeah, so if you go on the speed limit or you get on the highway, hit that speed limit. Hit it and then go. Don't hit the speed limit and then slow down. Yeah, don't pass nobody and then slow down. Why you gonna pass me and then slow down? That makes zero sense. If you're gonna speed to get in front of me, keep that same speed, partner. Don't slow down. What if you hit me? What if I rear end you because you just want to randomly just slow down? That happened to me a few times. I'd be wanting to hurt somebody after that because why are you gonna try to jeopardize my safety because you drive weirdly? If you drive that weird, don't be trying to cut people off. This makes zero sense to me. Zero sense. God. Back to an earlier topic, I miss the 90s Ninja Turtles cartoon. That junk was dope. The newer cartoons, they alright. They alright. But the other one was just so much better to me. So much better. So yeah. That's just some random things I just be thinking about. Oh, I'm trying to learn Korean. The Korean part, for one, it's hard trying to learn a second language as an adult. And with me, I don't know if it's the fact that, I don't know, I'm kind of mush-mouthed when I talk, or I got a fat, lazy tongue or something, but I can't get the pronunciations of certain words in Korean. I just can't do it. I got this app called I don't know, it's just like Popolo, whatever. I don't know the name of it, but it's a really dope app. You get your lessons, you can speak on it. You got a little review section, you can review yourself. You can it'll say the word, and then it'll give you a chance to say the word. It's gonna record it, like the way you say it, and it's gonna see how your pronunciation of the word matches the actual pronunciation of the word. And yeah, I suck at that. Like, my pronunciation of words is garbage. It is so trash. Like, I'd be sitting there, and I think it would take me like 5 minutes saying one word over and over and over and over again just to get a good. So you got bad, good, and excellent. I think the only word I got an excellent on is but like hello, like annyeonghaseyo or kumaru, which is like thank you. I think those are like the only two words that I actually got like an excellent on. Everything else, good and bad pronunciation would be hard, and especially trying to use it in a sentence. Man, I'm working on it though. I swear I am, but I'm just not that good with pronunciations of words of other words. Hell, I have a hard time pronunciating words in English. But I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna get myself right. And the only reason why I'm learning Korean, right? It's simple, very simple. I watch K-dramas. K-dramas are kind of dope. I like them. However, I don't like reading. So I gotta watch the K-dramas with subtitles on. And when you're reading subtitles to a show or a movie, like, it kind of take away from what you're watching, because you got to constantly look down and then focus on what's going on. So you miss like key like facial expressions or like little emotions that they're saying while they're speaking, and which it really like makes the scene, like those little nuances that they put in when you're like, well, what are you doing? But it's in like another language, and their facial expressions. Why did you leave me? Don't leave me. Like Lilo and Stitch. Go ahead and leave. Everybody leaves me. Yo, for one, that scene. All right, so I don't know what happened, but everything stopped recording. And because I am not using, because everything I'm talking about is just coming just randomly off the top of my head, I am unfortunately able to re-record this. So here is the ending of the show, because I forgot where I was at when I was talking a little while ago. But thank you. Hey, thank you all. Holy shit, I can't talk. Thank everyone who was able to take their time and listen to my podcast. So I can't wait to what we're going to talk about in the next episode. So, but if you have, as I said at the beginning, if you have any questions, just DM me at I'm too absent minded on Instagram. So that's I'm the number 2 absent minded on Instagram. So y'all stay safe out there and have a great and glorious day. Bye.